Testing, testing. This should only be one one input now. I'm not gonna have a repeat of that last video because clearly nobody enjoys watching something that you can hear twice. That's a headache for me, and I'd imagine for everybody else. Uh, we'll just keep that video up as like a lesson learned kind of thing. And as for penance, maybe I'm gonna start exercising a little bit more again. I'm gonna be going to Bali tomorrow, less than a day now. So I think I just wanted to establish some ground rules. Maybe if anybody's gonna be around for the journey, they may as well, hold me a bit accountable to what I proposed today. So we'll start with today for fucking up the last two videos back to back. I think I'll start with, let's go with 30 swings on the 20-pound mace, and then we'll do like 30 push-ups and 20 pull-ups throughout this video, mind you, because there's no way in hell I'm going to be pulling that shit off. Because, like, look at these arms. These arms are gamer arms. Alright, well, so today I'm going to react to Sens of Sensitive Society. And it looks like he's crashing out a bit on Pirate Software with that whole stop killing games situation. So let's hear him out. Hello? Why is it not clicking? All right.
I really don't freaking like this guy. And yes, I said freaking because if I say the other word, this video will be instantly demonetized. So I gotta control myself, at least for a little.
I think you're not supposed to swear before the first minute, so I should be careful myself. I'm learning from the pros here.
But I've seen this guy's face everywhere I turn, whether that's IG or Twitter or Grinder. Well, possible.
I'm gonna have to get on Twitter as well.
Not Grinder, but you know what I mean. Everywhere I turn, this guy is always there, and I have.
What are the odds Pirate Software is on Grinder?
I had no idea who he was until recently. You might think, well, Oscar, since you're always dropping videos, you have to live online. I try to not do that too much, or how's I go?
I'm gonna have to start doing it because I just recently became unemployed.
Pretty insane, but I kept seeing this guy and I kept wondering to myself, who? I think let me check the timer. Who the fuck is this guy right here? Turns out right now he is public enemy #1. This guy goes by Pirate Software, over 2 million subscribers. He's a pretty big YouTuber, and
there's just videos everywhere about this guy. Like, if I were to refresh my YouTube page, there'd at least be like three of the 8 first videos are definitely going to be about this guy.
Pretty much every single channel you can think of is hating on him. Well, not hating. I think the word will be criticizing him and calling him out. It goes from PewDiePie to TheActman to Critical. Everyone and their mama is calling this guy out. And I was like, I love getting into a hate train myself.
I guess I'm going to add to that dog pile, right? So, I mean, every time I've ever seen that guy's videos, as soon as I hear him talk, there's always like this sense of superiority behind it. So I've never really sat around for most of his content. I've usually just kind of watched it through a third party, mostly through Charlie's videos, at least before this blew up, and now they're not on good terms.
What am I missing, right? Thankfully, the YouTuber TheActman made this video yesterday called "Why Won't He Stop Killing Games?" And I got curious, so I started doing my own research about it, right? I'm like, what's the deal with this guy? Is, Pirate Software retarded? Like, what is genuinely wrong with him? And it turns out that yes, he is indeed the big retard. He's one of those guys that loves to go against the grain and not really have a good reason for it, just because it's a cool thing to do. It's so he could stand out and look different. Now, like I said, prior to this, I had no idea who this guy was, but from the research
that's literally it. Like, the very first encounter I've ever had with him is, I don't know, he was just talking a lot about, like, the hardships of game dev, related topics. But didn't he say that he was going to make a game, or isn't there like a Kickstarter related to that? I'm still wondering where that game is.
Done, and by research is googling this guy's name for like 5 minutes. I am very confident when I say this guy is a fucking moron, and I don't know if you guys could tell. I don't know if this is your first time watching, but I always use
I definitely think he's an idiot, because like I think he got that large amount of attention once he started, picking up speed with his Kickstarter, and his audience started to grow alongside with that. But now that that game hasn't come out, and there's a lot of people, kind of bearing down on him now, especially with this situation with Ross from Stop Killing Video Games.
Gameplay as my background footage, and I don't know if you guys could tell, and ladies, yes, ladies, I am a gamer. All right, I see you. Calm down, calm down. Yes, sensitive society, also known as Oscar, is a gamer. I've been playing games all of my life. As a matter of fact, the first console that I ever got was a PS1. Yes, I'm that unk. And the first game that I played was Spider-Man 1 PS1.
Sega Dreamcast here, but I only really played Sonic when that was back in the day. And then when we moved to Canada, we got the PS1, and every game was basically pirated at that point.
If you know, that's a classic game. So
mind you, I had the PS1 when I think it's already been like a year or two or into the PS2's release.
I mean, I've been playing video games my whole life. One could say that I'm a gamer, and this is the moment where us gamers we rise up. Reddit, we gotta rise up here. And don't forget, Pirate Software is a fucking idiot, and we're gonna get into why in a second. But I cannot do this alone. I need my homie, my amigo, the Ackman, to come on here.
Sorry, Sons. I just remembered I have to do I have to do these penance exercises. All right, let's fix this. 30 swings. That's 15. I'm gonna switch. That's 15 on both sides. Okay. That's one of 3. All right.
Explain to us how and why Pirate Software is legitimately top 10 stupidest people alive as of right now. A lot to cover. I'm hyped. Let's just get right into it.
Hi there. I'm a soulless corporate CEO.
All right.
And today,
Let me just move
I'm
over.
taking a break from one of my favorite hobbies, devouring the blood of infants. And I'm here to ask a question. Is a gamer not entitled to the contents of this?
I haven't really seen an Ackman video for a while, so this is kind of refreshing.
Alright, just because it's Halo 3 automatic like, Halo 3 is legitimately my favorite game of all time. I just want to say that. This is one of those rare videos where I could be like, gaming? I love gaming. So Halo...
I'm glad I was actually around for those days. Like, especially when, even before Halo 3, right? There's a lot of, just LAN games. You just go over to your friend's house after school and you just play Halo, shoot shit up.
3, the greatest game of all time. Don't at me. I'll fight you to death if you disagree.
There's just not that much of an audience for local games anymore, right? It's usually 2-player games when you're thinking local.
Oh, do you like
unless you're thinking of Smash.
Things? Are you proud of the time you spend working for a paycheck to be able to afford basic comforts like entertainment? Well, that's too bad, because I'm here to steal all of that from you. You will own nothing and be happy. Yes, this includes your precious video games. We're gonna keep killing them, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Except for pirated.
Psych! Soldiers, get set for a combat drop, okay? New major order just came in from command. Our mission is to stop killing games. You fucked up my face. This is part of the Stop Killing Games initiative, and just in the last 3 days, this initiative has gained over 100,000 new signatures.
The jumps have been huge. It's basically game over for that million mark. I think it should max out within the next week, and they're definitely gonna have to address this situation.
And its entire goal is game preservation. Now, we have until July 31st to get all of these signatures, and I think we can...
It's a done deal.
Get it done. Stop Killing Video Games is an initiative as straightforward as those 4 words.
As a refresher, Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement to stop publishers from effectively destroying video games they have already sold to customers. This movement...
If we just leave it at that, I don't know how you disagree with that.
It was started by a channel called Accursed Farms and a creator who goes by Ross. He has been hard at work promoting something that benefits all of us. If you buy games, play them, or even if you do neither, and you only watch someone stream games, this affects you.
Yeah, I don't see how anyone is mad at this.
I mean, I really have gone away from playing new games and, you know, actually just watching other people play the game, then figuring out if I actually would like it or not, and then buying it on the next sale.
Software guy, that guy is just one giant fucking contrarian. Oh, if people are going this way, I'm gonna go the other way. Why? I just want to be different.
Of course, that has its caveats, right? Since sometimes you just want to experience the story for the first time, and you know, once everybody's seen it, it doesn't have that same impact.
I want to stand out. I want to be so different, guys. I want to be so fucking quirky. I don't remember when I said this, but I remember a few months back, I was really crashing out. Well, not crashing out, but I was just like, guys, own your shit. Own your physical media, okay? Buy your games physical.
I am ashamed to admit I have not owned anything physical for like maybe the last, I don't know, maybe like last 10 years. I can't imagine buying a physical copy of a game, because I mean, what am I going to do with the physical copy? I play on PC for the most part. Most PCs don't have a disc drive.
Get the disc. If you love a certain album, go get it with it.
I mean, yes, you could buy it on GOG, but, you know, I don't use GOG, and all of my shit is on Steam. So on the day that Gabe somehow, you know, kicks the bucket and Steam just goes to shit, then, yeah, I'm shit out of luck, unfortunately.
That's a CD or vinyl, and I think I showed my my CD collection, my video game collection. I was just like, yeah, guys, please own your media. Do not rent it. And I use Apple Music, right? I stream movies. I only buy movies or shows that I fucking love. For example, I have the whole Naruto collection, the full season in Blu-ray. Why? Because I love it, right? And I love owning it. How many subscription services do you guys pay for? I pay for HBO. I pay for Prime.
Not, well, Prime, YouTube Premium, Google One. I think that's really it for me, other than, like, you know, the staples, your phone bills, your internet, and all that stuff.
I pay for YouTube Premium, and I do think YouTube Premium should be free if you're a YouTuber, but I digress. And of course, Apple Music. With all of these services, you do not own anything. You're paying a fixed fee that is constantly rising to rent audio, movies, or video games. That's why I am such a big believer in this, you know, stop killing video games cause. And I'm with Ross, and I fucking hate pirate software. Own your shit, okay? You paid $60, $70, $80 for a game, and if the company's like,
he's absolutely right, though, because, like,
shut the servers down. Do I get a refund?
There's zero reason a game should cost that much, and you don't actually get to keep it.
Software, they don't want that, which is weird, right? You would assume, like, yeah, you paid $60 for a game, you should be able to play it until, I don't know, the fucking disc blows up or something, or you lose it. Vinyls and CDs, no one could take this away from you. And of course, aging and maintenance and all of that, yeah, I get it. But if I stop paying for Netflix, they're gonna lock me out of it, right? I'm not gonna be able to access the movies. Same thing goes for Game Pass, and same thing goes for all the other streaming services. Own your media. Is it a bit expensive? I mean, not really. CDs are like $5 to $10. Okay, it's not that bad. Vinyl, I totally get it. It is more on the pricier side.
But you can get games on a vinyl? That's a thing? Or am I just misunderstanding? Oh, wait, no, vinyls is in music and shit, right? But I forgot games aren't the only entertainment
I have
form of entertainment.